Recognize the member for Barbuda.
Mr. Speaker, can the Honorable Prime Minister tell this Honorable House how much persons made up the Antigua and Barbuda's delegation that traveled to London to witness King Charles III coronation?
Mr. Speaker, the official delegation comprised the distinguished Governor General and his wife, myself and the First Lady. We were invited by the palace. The leader of the opposition, the Honorable Member for Since East and St. Luke, was not invited. And there were some supplementary participants to include members of the Antigua and Barbuda Defense Force, the police force. They were sponsored. I do not have the precise numbers, but there was no significant financial obligation on the part of the state.
Mr. Speaker, can the Honorable Prime Minister tell this Honorable House who sponsored part of that delegation that traveled to London for the coronation?
So, Mr. Speaker, the official delegation comprising myself and the Governor General, the government of Antigua and Barbuda paid for our accommodation, per diem, and tickets. And I believe, I don't have the precise information, but based on the travel documents that were signed, that the other delegations that form part of the celebration would have been sponsored. And you would be aware, too, that there was an attempt by the palace to ensure that there was broad-based Commonwealth participation in this very significant and historic event. And again, for me to say precisely the source of the funding, I do not know. What I do know is that they were sponsored, and as a consequence, there was not any significant financial burden on the government of Antigua and Barbuda.
So, Mr. Speaker, can the Honorable Prime Minister tell this Honorable House what was the total cost paid by the Treasury to cover the expenses of the Antigua and Barbuda delegation that traveled to London for King Charles III coronation? How much did it cost us?
Mr. Speaker, I'll suggest that the member right to get the specifics, to ask me precisely of the amount. I can tell you that, for example, myself and the First Lady, instead of traveling directly to the United Kingdom and to pay $30,000 each for our tickets, we traveled via the United States and was able to reduce the price down to $10,000 US. So we were very frugal with the spending of government's resources. I'm not precisely sure about the cost of the Governor General's ticket and his wife. I can do the research, but perhaps the best thing for the member to do is to write and to request the specifics, and we'll certainly provide information. I should make the point here too, Mr. Speaker, that it is the Office of the Governor General who arranged all of the support personnel to participate in the coronation ceremony. It was not done by the executive per se, but was arranged specifically by the Honorable Governor General, His Excellency Sir Rodney Williams. He's the one who made those arrangements on behalf of the palace. So there was really no discretion or decision of the cabinet, for example, to determine that we'll be sending X amount of Defense Force personnel or police officers. That matter was handled exclusively by the Governor General and the palace. So that is why we do not have the precise information, because it was not handled by the executive. It was handled exclusively by the Office of the Governor General. So perhaps maybe the most appropriate person to answer those questions would be the Honorable Governor, the Governor General, for you to write to His Excellency and to find out precisely how much was spent, how many individuals, and to what extent those individuals were funded. But again, insofar as myself and the First Lady, who participated as members of the executive, I can say to you that we spent about $10,000 US in our tickets, and we got per diem, I believe, in the region of about 6,000 or 7,000 EC.